So today we're tasting an interesting coffee. It's called Kickapoo. It has nothing to do with civet cats or poo of any kind. So don't be scared to taste it. I want to do the tasting itself quickly because I don't want it to get cold. So right off the bat, we'll start with the tasting, and then we can go into some of the story and whatnot behind it. So big sniff. Smells good. Anybody smell anything? Spicy? Okay, take a slurp.
It's like my mother's coffee.
It's like your mother's coffee? Where are you from?
Wisconsin.
Are you from Wisconsin? Okay, good. So this coffee is from Wisconsin. And it should have some tastes of dark chocolate, toffee, and marzipan. I thought marzipan was that like Jello stuff that went on a cake.
Almond paste.
Almond paste. So, anybody taste any of those? I get a real sweetness, light acidity. It's dark. The name of this particular coffee is Organic Driftless Dark. It's certified organic by a fair trade cooperative with notes of dark chocolate, toffee, and marzipan.
So obviously coffee is not grown.
Coffee is not grown in Wisconsin. So the story behind this coffee. So outside of work, I have some passions. One, I'm a captain of the fire department, volunteer firefighter, and the other is for wildlife and nature, eagles in particular. I volunteer at a wildlife rehabilitation center, and the power of technology, we were able to, we being network engineering as well as a million other people around the world, were able to watch these eagles mate, lay eggs, hatch, grow up, and we learned all about these eagles 24/7. I mean, I'd have my wife's Android tablet at the end of the bed at night and would watch these eagles. So they became like pets almost, even though they're wild animals on a webcam. But the power of technology, it turned out that two of them, after they fledged, left the nest and fledged, passed away. They died from electrocution, which to me was a man-made problem, right? For these our national symbol. So all these millions of people that were watching these eagles were brokenhearted because they were like pets, right? I mean, they showed these webcams in nursing homes and in schools for teaching kids about nature. So there's all these brokenhearted people. So a few friends, online friends people I've never met, started a group to help these people heal, right? Just kind of a memorial thing, because healing people is something that I enjoy doing as well as animals. So combine the two and throw some technology in there, create a Facebook page and Facebook group, and next thing you know, we have hundreds of members, and then we're like, well, what do we want to do? We want to build a bench to remember these things. So we found a green company local to Decorah, Iowa, that would build a bench for us and put a plaque in it, and people started sending me money, and eventually we ended up raising over $15,000 so far. And I'm like, well, that's a little bit more than a bench would cost. So
It's a really, really nice.
what can we do with that? So what we did is we had a committee, and the committee was a couple local folks in Iowa. They went out and we talked with Puget Sound Energy, who's a leader in avian protection, as well as the local power company in Decorah, the local school, the local high school industrial arts class in Decorah. And we brought all three of those groups together, and we sat down and we had meetings and we talked about perch planes. And we used that money to then retrofit the power poles in the area to protect future generations of these eagles. So it was kind of a neat thing. But throughout the process, I virtually met this couple from Iowa, and because they helped me so much with feet on the street, I sent them my favorite coffees, which were a tribute. So this is my tribute tasting cup. I don't know if anybody saw these when they came out. It was a limited edition, and tribute's my favorite, so I had to have this. So. And that's my favorite blend, and my favorite original origin, single origin source coffee is Sumatra. And so I sent them some of that, and some other goodies from Starbucks, because they were traditional, kind of Midwesterner and snobby Starbucks coffee, right? Well, it turns out they liked it. They really enjoyed it, and they said we got into some pretty serious coffee discussions, and so they sent me their local coffee that they sell out of a co-op there. So I thought it would be neat if we could all taste it for them and maybe give them a toast for making a difference in the world and the lives of Eagles and kids in the school and everywhere. So, cheers. In researching this coffee, I'll read you just a little bit, not to take too much time, but I like the company too. Not that I don't love Starbucks to death. I mean, the reason I work here, we could all work anywhere, right? The main reason I work here is because it's a company that cares. From the bottom all the way to the very top, we care. And it's not BS care, right? It's real. Howard on down, about the communities, about the people, our partners, where we get the coffee. This company, very similar, only they're tiny. It's like 5-10 people that work there. They're a family enterprise near the Kickapoo River in the Driftless region of Wisconsin. Their foundation is shared values, connection to the land, consideration for their local and global community, commitment to their families and those of their trading partners. So it sounds pretty familiar, right? They source their coffee ethically, just like we do, single origin. All of their packaging is environmentally, let's just say green, skip all this stuff, but it's really green. Somebody, I think Cheryl may have said that it's a steel can. Well, there's a special lining in it. It's reusable, and there's 80% recycled steel and then they have biodegradable bags with a glycerin liner. I mean, just some cool things that really meet Starbucks standards, I guess you would say, and then a local focus. So that's it. So enjoy.